Are we recording? We're good, right? All right. Super lit.
What's lit? Did he just say that we're recording?
We are recording, sir.
Oh.
No, you got to give me something better. No, I didn't like the start. I don't even like that start. Nah.
We can start
No.
here.
Saw these and thought of you for the summertime.
And those are nice. Those are nice and Henny Palooza-ish.
I wouldn't wear them, but I thought of you.
All right, so you said we live, right? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We are live. I am your host, Joe Budden. This is I Will Name This Podcast Later, not to be confused with the sports fucktards that are attempting to steal the name of my unnamed podcast.
Really? What they call
Don't
it?
think that you low in the streets. I'm aware.
It's I'll name
It's
that later or some shit.
I'll
It's-
name the podcast to be named later.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what?
It's
Man, suck our dick. Hey,
the
podcast to
back.
be later. These. I have my not so beautiful co-host, Marty Moorebody,
Thank you.
with me. I have Rory Lanes with me. I'm sorry, not to be confused with King Lanes. So now, how is everyone?
I'm cool.
We're not going to do this like last week where Marisa got to speak the whole fucking time. I'm rather energetic this week and just when I'm lost for content, the universe comes through.
Back at it again with the content.
Yep, damn, Joey. Back at it again with amazing content. But we will not start there. Are you guys in great spirits?
We
I'm
are
in
great
good spirits.
Okay.
I took an Adderall today. I'm feeling great.
Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. What are you going to do later on Adderall?
I took it earlier, like earlier in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a big day at work.
Just to get through work. Oh, one of those Adderall.
It keeps you like
Yeah.
awake and stuff.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
start
the,
taking
and
it.
Adderall
focused.
is like, yeah, Adderall's different.
Yeah, no, we had a shoot at an Airbnb for work, and there's a cleaning fee, with Airbnb. When I took that Adderall, I said, well, you can knock down this cleaning fee. I will clean this whole fucking apartment right now.
So, the other night, 2 nights ago, one of the greatest college basketball games ever. We'll start there.
Word.
That was amazing. Villanova versus North Carolina. I was totally just glued to my television screen. There's really not too much to say about this other than it was fucking college hoops on fleek. It was championship game on fleek. That's what it was. It was great. It was fucking great.
It left me speechless so much so I don't even know what to say
Oh
right now.
man, look at Marty with the look at Marisa with the amazing sports report. That was amazing, Marisa.
Shout
that
out
was
to Michael Jordan.
Shout out to Michael.
Yep. That's all I got. Yes.
Let's get off of that. How about that? I'm not gonna let even you won't ruin my amazing mood
That's good.
that I am in.
What the fuck is on your finger?
Compound for the callus on my hand, on my finger.
Looks for pug.
You're such a hard worker.
The Asian, yeah. This comes from actually writing rhymes, unlike the new whippersnappers do today.
You just don't get in the booth?
No, I don't. I write things down. Now, when I was in the nail salon, the girl told me to get some compound from CVS. They have it, so I've been using it, and it's working. It works. I had a big ass callus on my finger.
Finger bang a chick with that on your finger?
Oh, come on.
Not really
far.
the big finger banger dude. I don't know what was in you guys' cereal this morning, but Rory, even you won't ruin the phenomenal mood
There was
that
these
I am in.
dykes on the train talking about finger banging each other.
And that is exactly why this is my podcast. I don't want to hear that shit.
It's very
But I
disturbing.
don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about your dykes on the train finger banging. So let's get the gossip out the way so we can get to the real meat and potatoes
The
of
nitty-gritty?
today. I'm finally going to say it.
The drama?
Today I'm going to say it. Today I'm going to say what I've been maybe wanting to ask for quite some time. Today I'm going to say it. Enough is enough.
What is it?
I know what it is. But
No, we're not
let's
starting
do
there.
the other
No,
bullshit.
not starting there. That's not starting there. Not starting there. So let's come on. Give me all of the gossip bullshit that's
Black
happening
China
in the world.
and Rob Kardashian are officially engaged.
Wonderful.
Last
Tiger's
night.
brother-in-law, uncle's child,
Yes.
god, sister's son,
Yes.
whatever the fuck they are now.
So now Tiger will be his own son's uncle?
Congratulations to
knows?
the happy couple.
Yeah.
Look how politically correct I am today. Congratulations to Black China and Rob Kardashian.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm just anxious to see who wins this little game that the two of you guys
This is
are
definitely.
playing.
I really
circus.
do want to see the winner of this
This
game.
is like prime time chess to me. Like, this is like, I'm saddened that this has become an integral part of my daily entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I am. But congrats.
Summer Jam Festival lineup was announced today.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. I wasn't mad at it.
I enjoy it.
Can you name it off since you work there?
Chance the Rapper, Tory Lanez, Currency, Designer, Post Malone, Dave East, Justine Skye, Dougie F, and Rotimi.
I'm not mad at that list.
Well, shit, who's on the main stage?
It'll be announced Friday morning at 9 a.m. on Ebro in the Morning on Hot 96.
All right, Marisa.
Young Tilla.
Marisa, don't do that again.
Young Tilla
But don't do that again.
with the headliner.
I'm thinking, no, definitely not with the
Nah.
headliner.
Nah, that was a joke. I think Tiller will be on the main stage.
I mean,
If he's
Of course,
free.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think Future. I think I could think that.
That would behoove them.
Yeah. Cool word. $10 word today, huh?
It would behoove who?
Hot 97 to put Future on.
I don't think he's ever done a Summer Jam.
Well, his real peak last year would have been probably better than this year, but he still has that.
I feel like it's too early. I don't want to hear about Summer Jam right now. It's too early.
It's not too early. It's just 25 degrees
It's
outside.
literally 2 months away.
That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's because it's winter outside.
We're in
That's
April,
why.
bro.
It's April 5th, and it was 25 fucking degrees
This
when I left my house
announcement
this
actually
morning.
is late. Usually they announce it in March.
No, but I'm not one of the guys that wants to talk about Summer Jam right when they announce it. Like,
Oh, you're
you gotta
so
get me.
cool.
You gotta get me a little. Come on, don't give me
That's what
with
you
the
do on
public
podcasts.
fodder. No,
And we definitely did this last year.
We literally did.
2 months ahead of time.
Yeah,
the
but
day
you
it
don't
was
talk
announced.
about Summer Jam the day of. You talk about the day after.
We spoke about the Summer Jam lineups.
Yes,
there are
we
no
did.
Summer Jam lineups.
Yes, there are. They announce it every year in like a big deal.
So what are the Summer Jam lineups today?
I just told you it.
I thought that was the.
The festival.
I mean the main
I
stage
just
Summer
told you
Jam.
it'll be announced
Yeah,
on Friday.
I think
They did it in
Joe is
2 parts
suggesting
now.
he wants to talk about it when the main stage is
Yeah,
announced.
that's my point. When we spoke about this last year, it was announced.
That's
that was
because
something
they
to talk
always
about.
announce it together. This was the first.
Marty,
year they've
don't
ever
come bringing
announced
your
it
fucking
apart.
Hot 97 ties to my podcast.
Who gonna be on
I don't give a
Powerhouse?
fuck
That's what
about
I'm
all
curious
that.
about.
fuck
Isn't
is
that their
that?
shit?
Word. Let's talk
Isn't
some
that the
real
shit?
shit.
Powerhouse.
No.
I mean, Power 105 in this bitch.
Nope.
All right, so there. Now that I can stop being petty and making fun of Marisa, what was the other petty story that came out?
I thought it was just the Kardashian circus.
Yeah, I don't really see much other petty.
Was there other petty things?
Yeah,
Sarah
something
Palin and
else.
Azealia Banks went at each other today.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
How?
it's trash. Because Azalea's retarded and she read a satire site that was a satire interview with Sarah who was saying something about like blacks should accept slavery because they wanted it or some dumb shit like that. And so she went on a like tirade on Twitter, Azalea, saying that she needs to be like gangbanged by big black men and get a dick in her mouth and all type of shit.
All right, it just sounds really nasty.
It was repug.
It
And
just
then
sounds disgusting.
Sarah Palin wrote a paragraph on Facebook, and she was saying they need to come together and use their platforms for the greater good. But she's going to first make sure that her daughter's not promoting like the anti-women shit that Azalea is spewing. So
I didn't care
kinda
about any
mic'd
of
her
that
up there at the
either.
end. I definitely didn't care, but
What has it been? A fucking slow news?
it's been a very slow news week, to be honest. Yes, I was
So
grasping for
when
straws today.
CNN is congratulating Rob Kardashian and Black China on their Twitter, I knew where the world's going to shit. Everything is going to shit. And I'm not one of those guys because I like that microwave entertainment shit. I'm into it. I talk about it, whatever. A fucking bio of CNN is we hit the hard hitting news stories on Twitter, and then they type Black China in the same breath. How is that okay? There's a presidential election. Well, granted, that might be a reality show as well and a circus.
It is.
That's nuts. And don't tell me it's just a quick tweet because there's a bigger picture here that CNN is doing that, like they're boss up or media takeout.
I mean, pop culture is pretty.
Is that pop culture?
Yeah,
Like Kim and Kanye, all right, maybe.
it is pop
But
culture, bro.
Rob Kardashian, who does absolutely nothing, and a stripper, that wasn't a shot at strippers, and an ex-stripper,
Yes.
congratulate them for their marriage on CNN.
Yep. It happened, so obviously it's something.
I like when you guys put on your adamant voices. That was Rory's adamant.
That
voice.
was.
Because I'm scared for the country. I'm terrified.
You were passionate about that.
He feels the type of way for real.
I do.
Well,
That's scary
I'm sorry.
to me.
I mean, it's.
I too am scared of the country, because I'm watching for a different game, and somehow I'll figure out how to segue this into my main topic of discussion today. So, pardon self. Now, I think what I've been trying to get to, it hit me like a brick last night, I think, on this podcast for quite some time, is that streaming, right, streaming will eventually do to television and music what Uber is doing to taxis and what Airbnb is doing to hotels. The world is moving to a place where more technology is going to take over the universe and more people will lose jobs. We're seeing the signs of it now when I'm fucking talking to a robot to leave the supermarket now. That's been the case for quite some time. Okay, right? So, bong. Let's start there. Now, that led me to in my old school traditionalist, maybe stubborn way of thinking, I don't really stream very much. I have over 80,000 songs in my laptop. I'd like to pat myself on the back for knowing music somewhat, right? But the other day I streamed a song. And then today I ended up streaming another song when Rory hit the group chat and said, "New Drake." Now, Drake has earned himself the right for a lot of people to stop what they're doing when New Drake comes out.
I stopped what I was doing.
I didn't, but I was blogging, so it actually went with what I was doing. So that was what I was doing.
Okay, so you both had the stop what you were doing moment, kind of.
A Jace.
You
I
and
did.
Jace.
Well, I actually bought it right away. I wasn't gonna wait because I was on my phone and I was on the move, so I just bought it on my phone, both of them real quick, and listened right there. So I can't say I ran home and went on my laptop.
I didn't buy shit.
Okay, I feel like, ladies and gentlemen, I can't start with my topic of discussion yet. I need to, what's the terminology that I'm looking for here? I need to preface.
I was just gonna fucking say that.
I need to preface with some things. Now, with that said, what do we need to preface with? I guess I'm talking to adult people. That's number one. Number two, I do not have a horse in this race.
Or a dog in this fight.
Or a dog in this fight. I have no opinion on this as of yet, but I am going to argue one.
Okay.
Of course you are.
This is the Joe we know and love.
3, I love Drake.
Okay.
I am on record. As I've said on this podcast before, I'm on record with liking a lot of you niggas before other people liked you. I'm talking to a lot of you. Right?
This is mad hipster of you.
So I'm not bandwagonish is what I'm saying. I am not sheep. My opinion does not mean I waver one way or the other, nor am I sensitive, nor do I do well with sensitive people. So if I am about to offend anyone,
suck it.
My bad in advance. I am still going to say what the fuck I have to say. I've needed to just present this theory
I'm so intrigued.
for quite some time now. Theory. This cannot be proven one way or the other, but this is a podcast. So that's what you do on podcasts, especially ones that are hip-hop oriented in some way or another. So, with that said, I don't even know if I want to ask it yet. I am going to ask it.
Okay.
Here comes
I
the
will.
build-up.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start here. Hear me out.
Okay.
I make very valid points.
Sometimes.
You two can choose to grab the other side of the debate,
Okay.
or you can just add to conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Roy's putting his hat on. He's ready.
Have we seen Drake peak? I think that question has been floating around the universe for a little while. Now, let me give some people some information on who I am, because I know how you toddlers and whippersnappers and new niggas think today. And because a lot of y'all don't know me, you just know me from some fucking tweets or some shit that you seen on your fucking TV when I was coming through the fucking screen like an idiot, right? Let me tell you who I am.
Well, that was pretty innovative at that time. Don't sell yourself short.
Very early on in mine and Drake's strip club careers, as professionals, we've seen each other. And I went up to him and I gave him a dap and I saluted him, because I think light-skinned niggas should stick together and salute each other when you see each other. And he's been doing so much amazing, great things for the light-skinned delegation. I wouldn't be a real nigga if I didn't go up to him and salute him like a real nigga, right? So that's what I did. But early on, this is very early on, I said to him, yo, you know me and you were supposed to do a record. And he said, oh, well, let's do it. And I said, not the same now. And he said, why not? And I said, well, because you're on everything. Like, you on it is almost like a single now. It's like you're a fucking superstar. Not quite what I had in mind when I first heard you. So if we do it, I would like it to be
the saddest record of all time.
What you and I truly do. And when I say that, I mean what I first heard you do that I was so amazed at. That's important for me to let y'all know who I am. Me. Oh, and let's preface this with some more shit. My point still stands through the jokes. So, for argument's sake, I'm agreeing with all the jokes, because people don't fucking hear what you have to say. They just listen to who's saying it. So, Pump It Up was whack, I'm whack, and I can't do better than any of the people we about to talk about. Now, all of that's true, and my point still stands, and I'm arguing it right now. So,
Oh, and you're 40.
And I'm 40.
Yeah, you're 40.
With that said...
And you're a one-hit wonder.
And that... I said that too.
Well, you can't really dress.
You beat women.
I said that, and... Well, I didn't quite say that, but okay. They say that too sometimes, okay.
And you old, just like in the strip club. Like,
all right, we done with you guys. Just fucking, all right, I kind of got what you guys are. I know, I got it. I see where you guys are going. Great. Hey, all of that stuff, for argument's sake, is true. Now, back to the argument. Have we seen Drake peak?
Are you going to answer, or do you want us to answer, and then you're going to go?
I'd like us to discuss it. I want us to answer and discuss. Answer and discuss. That's what I would like us to do.
I think it's a bit too early, and I say that to say Drake is very album-based, in my opinion, and I need to hear Views before I say he has peaked. If Views is subpar, then you could make a good, solid argument that he has peaked. His last record was...
Drake is not... Let me just correct you there. Drake is not album-based. He's just great in every area. So you anticipate a full Drake album.
Well, I think we're saying the same thing.
Drake singles, Drake mixtape. Like, he's just great in so many places. You know what I mean?
I think a cohesive body of work.
He's not Amigos, like where we just really love his singles. We love his albums, and that's really why he has that big core of a fan base and why he is number one at the moment. So I'm saying we need to judge him off his whole body of work, because we know he's capable of creating a great body of work. If Migos put out 5 bad singles, I'm going to say, all right, they done.
You say that about Migos, but you have some artists who we look forward to their body of work and their singles don't work. Mm-hmm. That's album based to me. So when you're great at both, you're just great. There's no need to specify album based. I don't know if Drake is album based, but okay.
But you could be hit or miss with singles. I think Drake's full body of work is going to show us where he's really at with it.
I'm talking as someone who is just passionate about music and who is a ultra mega fan of Drake, Jay, and Hove.
Were you not a fan?
I judge them differently. If those
who was Jay?
If those at Hove.
Oh, you said Drake, Jay, and Hove.
Oh, I'm sorry, Drake.
Yay and Hove.
Okay, maybe I misheard. I'm sorry.
I didn't like that record, by the way.
Hove.
We'll get to that.
Now, all I'm saying is, those 3 men are phenomenal. I don't think that should be argued.
Nope.
If those are the three names that I'm hearing on a record, that's not the record I want to hear. I don't want to hear that. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
It's like a microwave blessings. That's what it sounds like.
It's like Hot Pocket blessings.
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
The Giorno
are you-
pizza of
It's like
blessings.
it's like Insta blessings.
Wait, are you hating on young? What was that whack ass line? Chaining to Tatum.
Yes. I don't
You
want to
hating
hear
on
from
Chaining Tatum?
Chaining Tatum. Now,
Young Chaining?
Normally Drake does this. Drake does this where he puts out the one record for these idiots over here, and then this record over here for so. But now I also have
Which out of those two records was for the idiots?
Well, the
this
dancehall
fucking Hot
one is-
Pocket bullshit.
Oh, that's for the idiots. All right, and then One Dance is not,
Yes,
because I love One Dance.
That should be a good radio record.
One Dance is not for the idiots.
No.
Well, typically, hasn't he done in the past where he'll do the pop record and then he'll do like some rap and
The
shit for the
street
rest of
record.
us, like with the
And-
All Me shit with Big Sean and like,
exactly. He does that a lot.
yeah, it's
And I
which he
want to
should
take
do.
back. I want to take back idiots because I'm not trying to offend anybody, and that is just how I talk. A lot of you don't know that. So he does one for one and one for the other. I get that. Now I also hate the same way I hate Trapper Drake.
I really hate Trapper Jake too.
I'm outside of dancehall Drake.
I'm not. This is where we disagree
I enjoy dancehall
because
Drake.
we agree we both hate Trapper Drake.
Nah,
What has
I'm
been
a-
a bad dancehall record
I'm
from
a
him?
bitch, and so
None of
bitches
them.
like fun dancing.
none of
shit.
them. None of them. Rory, it's Drake and it's dancehall. It's never gonna be a bad record. It's never gonna be a bad record.
So why are we sick of it?
Controller, right?
Like it. Work.
Work.
We'll put in there, even though it's not his record.
Still dope.
Well, Rihanna really carried that shit.
One
Dance. The shit that came out today.
One Dance. He's done some more dance hallish type of shit.
On Thank Me Later, the shit he did with Kanye. This isn't new. I mean, he's always had that influence just because people in Toronto, there's so many West Indians in Toronto, everyone is influenced
I'm
by that culture.
I'm clear on that. Hey, I don't want to be misconstrued in what I'm saying. This is my main point. Drake came in and dominated as a breath of fresh air. Something so different. He was like a hybrid. He was a hybrid MC. He was like a stretch five, like Anthony Davis or some shit, right? Just follow me where I'm going here.
I'm listening.
So that is how he came in, right? A lot of people would say Take Care is his best album, right?
I would say so. And I think 99% of the people would agree with you.
Okay, now this is where the whispers started. What album came after that?
If you're reading this, it's
No.
too late.
No way, no
After
way.
Take
Oh,
Care was
Thank Me
Nothing was the
Later?
same. Nothing was the same.
Yeah.
Nothing was the same. I'm sorry.
Face in the clouds.
Yeah, nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same. I'm sorry.
I love that album.
Me too.
I do too.
Some
That's like
people
Take
say
Care
it
one.
came and went.
For a Drake standard,
Yes.
it did.
Yes,
It
yes. This conversation is to be held at his standard, not mine or anyone else's. His.
Yeah.
Not a Joe Budden standard.
No, really, because I want to have a serious conversation about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that album. Let me be clear, but a lot of people say it came and went. What album came after that?
Now it's the if you're reading this, it's too late. Came after
Okay,
Nothing was the same.
that was you and I were together
We were,
when that
yes.
came out. We were coming from wherever we were coming from, and we rushed home because you and I are big Drake fans.
That was like February
It was
2015.
it was on Valentine's
And
Day.
we
I
played
think.
that shit.
Such
I have
faggots.
an amazing Bose entertainment system that plays audio just
Way too
tremendously
loudly.
and very loud. I'm a musician. I need to hear loud music.
Oh,
Me and Rory went to the crib at motherfucking 2 a.m. and put that shit on, and I immediately said, "What?
You didn't like it.
Not for me."
Well, we even tried to give it that whole weekend when we was going out for All Star. We played it the whole time because we thought maybe we missed something.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
our first listen.
Now,
didn't get it.
I'm not saying that it's not joints on there
I'm not saying that either.
because
But
this is Drake.
we're on a Drake standard right now.
Drake is gonna always have a joint. That's what he does. It just wasn't for me. So I went on this whole bash and I hate fucking Trapper Drake. I fucking started hitting niggas in the OVO, please. And let me just hear like some rap, some rap shit. Just something, rap. What came after that now? Time out. Now in between, I'm getting Drake on My Way.
yeah. Hotline
Okay.
Bling.
I'm getting Hotline Bling is more current. But I want to just it's
That came last
a
summer.
lot of records somewhere in between. If I really have to get deep into this and paint the chronological order of some events that occurred,
Well, the Future Wave kicked, and he hopped on that.
well, I mean, if I go in deep, I start with the mumblings of a Weekend Drake beef. I'm going that far back because I'm putting the peak. If I'm taking that side of the argument, I'm putting the peak at Take Care.
And that was the album that The Weeknd was heavily involved in. Right?
And all I know that happened after that is that The Weeknd left. And I know that The Weeknd has done rather fucking well since leaving, music-wise.
Very, very well.
Since Take Care, I think Weeknd has a better album than Drake has put out since Take Care.
1,000%. I don't think that can be argued.
Well,
Well, it can be argued because but I don't want to have
they'll
this
try.
conversation with stands. I want to have this conversation with people who can objectively respond. So now, okay, after, if you're reading This Is Too Late, after that came the Future joint, right?
Yeah.
Not for me again.
Me neither.
Not for me again. And while I appreciated the two hottest rappers doing a joint, because I'm with the unity and that whole thing,
And all of that.
some people wondered why those two would be doing an album. Some people wondered, who did that make sense for? Future was already the hottest thing in the universe. Drake is already Drake. Granted, they were on the road together, but their music don't even merge. I'm telling you what some people said. Nobody heard this?
I did.
Okay.
I was
All
one
right.
of those
I
people.
just want to make sure I'm on an even keel the whole time.
I get it. It's
I want to be objective the whole way through.
The best and the hottest at the time.
What's after this fucking Future shit, the Future album?
That's when Hotline Bling starts hitting. That's when the Drake Meek shit. Well, that's still in between that time.
When did What a Time to Be Alive come out?
Shit, the end of last year.
Because Hotline Bling came out last summer.
Yeah, but it didn't really it was actually a slower catch than it's given credit for.
Yeah. I mean, the video came out. In
What a
October.
Time came out September 20th, 2015.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the last project we've heard. So now Homeboy, they leaked these songs, right? They leaked the songs from Views,
what?
allegedly.
The ones last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the Pimp C and shit.
Those aren't finished products, so I won't speak on them.
At all.
Nope.
But these two today,
Were planned.
I think that if there were ever, so this is my main point. Point number one, if there were ever a time to say, if Drake is the DH, we need a hit. I don't mean hit as in hit record, because he does that. So I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. In baseball terminology, the DH is the designated hitter. His only job is to hit. So
One job.
a lot of people would say, and I'm seeing it more than I've ever seen it, that he would need to really deliver on Views. I don't know what the or what is
Well, I
when
think,
you're at that level
I think
of
they're
success.
really waiting to tear
Wait,
him
don't
down.
respond yet, because then I'm going to forget my other point.
Okay, go.
So that was point number one. And what I'm also saying is number two, I just miss the Drake that started the waves, not carried the other ones.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I like Controller and I like One Dance. But I could if I had a nickel for every time some random reggae nigga took that hard dance hall beat and just started mumbling some shit and I loved it, I'd be a billionaire.
It's a lot of money.
But I'm saying that's what dance hall
Yeah.
does to me. I hear that a lot in dance hall. So now if I'm taking the greatest fucking rapper, many say today, because Drake today I think is akin to Jay from my generation. It is. And if somebody wants to debate me there, I'm open for that one too.
Well, I debated at the Nothing Was the Same time that he was on a much quicker path than Jay was. He was farther in his career at that time than Jay ever was. But I mean, it's comparing apples and
but
oranges.
it's a different game.
So
Different
So it's
game,
different
different
there.
time, different
But at the
rules.
time, he was on a better path than Jay was at that point in his career. I don't know what to say with his last album if he is still on that pace. But, I mean, Jay ran into some road bumps. Jay was not always Jay. There was some doubt. Volume 1 came out. There was doubt.
All right, I just want to see where you're going with this first.
I would say a Volume 1 was similar to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
I'm following you.
Just put out a classic, which I'm not saying Drake has a classic, but with Reasonable Doubt and the Rockefeller deal. Jay was up next. And then he put out some bullshit that sounded like old fucking Bad Boy Biggie records after he died. That wasn't his sound. And people hated it. He was going with what the sound was, which wasn't him. And that's what Drake did with that trap shit. And now we're all begging for views to sound like Take Care.
All right. I don't want views to sound like Take Care, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it can't.
I think that Drake is talented enough to make his best album soon. I don't think he's made his best album if I'm just going off of his talent. Right? That's one. Damn it. I be having so many fucking points. Now I forgot my other fucking point.
You got a phone right on your phone.
Two. We don't have to ever disagree on that. I'm the one of the first people to say Drake follows in the whole blueprint of wave stealing. Hove is the best wave stealer of all times. If somebody would like to debate me on that, I'm talking musically. I don't mean image-wise. And of course, that's
I don't disagree with you yet, but do you have points per album, what waves he was taking at that time? I'm curious.
Well, we can talk to the whole tribe of people that say that he stole an entire flow from Young Chris.
That's the only one I could think of right off the top of my head that was confirmed, like he kind of took his whole flow.
H to the Izzo stole
Young Chris
it. Oh, wait,
is
time
late.
out. Well, you're missing a few things then, because H to the Izzo was Snoop's campaign.
Okay.
That whole slang and terminology and all of that shit was Snoop. Our Jay was, I thought, was in fucking CTE at one point. No? This is true. This is true fact what I am saying.
Like
Check the record. There was a time where you would have thought Jay and Jeezy were a group.
Like 05, yeah.
There was also a time where Jay and Ross, they was real tight too. And we got a lot of records from that wave.
Why is your hand so shaky?
Alcohol withdrawals. I don't drink during the week.
And this is not, please don't take this as me discrediting Hove, arguably the greatest. But what I'm saying, I think is factual if you're old enough to remember these things. So Drake now, many could argue the same thing. I'm not picking a side here, but many would say, I mean, we've had many instances now with Drake.
Shit. I was going to say Kanye, but he does it on a lower level. Well, he'll take someone not as popular and steal their whole shit.
The whole thing. He'll steal them.
I would say Ye would be up there on
Yeah,
that.
but at least Kanye fuck around and give you some credit.
Or a record deal, like Sky High the Prince.
At least he'll give you some credit for
and
And designer.
or a record deal,
Yeah.
or I mean, you get something out of the jig.
Oh yeah, Jay make you never exist again.
But I mean, I want us to be honest, and sometimes a lot of people will think something and not say it. You guys cannot. If you are a fan of Drake the way I have been since before So Far Gone, I don't mean a stan, just a fan who can think objectively. You cannot defend the fucking chaining Tatum.
Young Channing Tatum.
You can't. Now, I also, because I comprehend well, I also get that I have to maybe open my brain up because they're talking to an audience I've never had to speak to, and a lot of people never really had to speak to. That audience is wide. So I do get that it's the same as Murder Mace and Cam and Mace saying, all right, I'm going to go with Puff and do the commercial shit. You stay in the streets and do the hardcore shit. So we feed both audiences. We'll always have that outlet. I do get that it's kind of the same as Fabulous Sport and Fabulous. I do get that it's two different. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's two different. This Drake audience, there may be an audience, and I'm sure there is, because as soon as that other track was released, I immediately started seeing, oh, Drake wasn't playing his Summer 16. I said, well, damn. I know I'm old. I know. Hey, everything that you could think of, I'm an over-analytical Virgo. I've already thought of it. I know I'm old. I may just be out of touch. And this shit could be the most fire shit in the universe, and I could just be the only one thinking differently. But the same way that there's a big campaign about missing the old Kanye, I am starting to miss the old Drake. And since none of you fucktards will say it, and Drake already knows that I love him, so I'm going to just throw this out there and be who I am. Sometimes you niggas will take the garbage if you like the garbage man. It just is what it is. I mean, you guys are very selective with who you take your trash from. And now that's an independent thought, an independent conversation, not to be associated or affiliated with my previous Drake comments. I don't want to, I'm compartmentalizing conversations, context, keep up with me. I don't want you to go typing niggas and atting niggas with some shit that ain't true. And then I got to start getting texts where I got to start clarifying some shit that was there in plain English. Please keep up with me. My brain runs fast.
Can I make a point between the Drake and the Jay theory there, or just Drake and what he has to deal with now per his, I don't even know if they'd survive in this era. Jay comes up in a time, we're just going to use Jay there because that's probably the closest thing we have to Drake right now. He comes from a time where you put an album out, tour, disappear, put a single out, put an album out, tour, disappear. That's all you need to do if you're great. We are now in a microwave era, in the internet era, where you need to feed people. Our fucking brains need things every 3 seconds. Things pass right away, even if they're great. Drake has to cater to that era. Hence, What Is Time to Be Alive. Hence, putting out these records that he may not think are that great, but it's enough to feed the streets in the meantime until he puts out something that he loves.
I also understand that when you mass produce that way, sometimes the product is going to suffer.
Right. And that's why
I understand that part of it as well.
I think that's a major part here.
And he's dubbed them mixtapes, I think, for that exact reason. Despite selling them, despite profiting off of them, he wants to be very clear that he's not taking his time to craft these things like he's taking with views.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just didn't hear that part.
What? That he called them mixtapes?
No, that he wasn't taking time with the stuff that he's putting out. And he's only focusing on views.
Aren't these on views?
No, I was talking about those last two projects.
I think he's going to take off or make a bonus record out of that Styles shit.
I had an entire conversation, pardon me. I had an entire conversation with Royce, right? I had a whole conversation with Royce when I was talking to him about my Rage in the Machine project with A-Rab, right? And
was that a I'll name this podcast later exclusive?
Maybe not. I've Instagrammed it about it. I've just been being very cryptic until product is somewhere near done. But in that conversation, I was saying to Royce, Royce, whose project comes out soon too. Layers.
April 15th.
Layers is out right this. No, not
the
Layers.
single Layers. Yeah, but that's the name of the album too. But the
I know, but I want to talk about Trust the Shooter. The Trust the Shooter EP is out right now, and then the album Layers is also out, but you'll hear my voice again on this podcast before that album comes out, so I'll be sure to get back to that. Now,
single's good shit though.
So I'm talking to Royce and I said, yo, it feels great. I just been going in the studio and just been writing shit down, pretty much void of thought. And he knows what I mean, because as MCs, we're overly critical of our own stuff, lyricists especially. So you overthink every fucking word. So he was like, yeah, man. What's happening is so much content is coming out constantly. It's faster than ever now on the internet. I said, well, yeah, which is what makes it really easy. I don't know what just happened, but it's fine. Which is what makes it really easy for, low quality music is what's in. And I'm not knocking that. I like it too. I like low quality music as well, but let's call a spade a spade. A lot of it is low quality music. I'm not talking about if you're judging from the 21-year-old brain, high off fucking perks, Xannies, Mollies, mushrooms, fucking K, weed, loud, quiet, whatever the fuck you put in you. I know some of that music sounds really amazing when that stuff is inside of you. Trust me, I do. But that's not the gauge. That person's brain is not the gauge. So low quality music is in, which means that some of the people who can turn over that music rather quickly, put out and produce rather quickly, which lets my son say to me, hey, Dad, your album came out in fucking October and Young Thug has put out 4 projects in the last year. And now while I laughed at that, hey, that wind tunnel shit is really loud if we can do something about it. While I laughed at my child saying that, the more I thought about it, kids think like that.
They do.
That is how kids think. Yo, the more time I spend with my child, the more I easily understand all of the people who tweet me and call me irrelevant, whack, a loser, a moron. Hey, I agree with y'all. Y'all ain't even old enough to remember when I was that nigga. I get it now that I'm hanging with my child. But anyway, back to my my more broad point. Damn, what was my more broad point? What was we just talking about?
Mass producing and putting out a lot of music at one time and the need to.
No, I was getting something after that.
Being in the studio without having to think about it.
Oh, yeah, my conversation with Royce. Yeah, so you kind of gotta do something to keep up. Because that's the generation and the climate that we're in. You don't really have time to sit and think about lyrics. You don't have time to. You got to go. Or you'll be like me, stuck putting out a project a year, as opposed to 2, 3, 4, and 5. I text Fab the other day. I said, yo, I need some shit. He said, all right, cool, but I'm working on 2 projects right now. I said, why the fuck is you working on 2 projects right now? He said, nigga, it's time to work.
Bet you didn't ask him about the podcast, though.
Well, him and I had an entire different conversation after that shall remain anonymous. I've been having some pretty interesting conversations with some pretty interesting people that will remain anonymous, but the day that these people are, oh man, y'all gonna hear about them one day. But anyway, so my point is Fab, who, number one, I will forever remain in debt to for what he did for me at the start of my career. 1 and 2, someone who I always applaud as having he's the closest thing that I have seen to LL Cool J today, in the sense that I saw Fab be the man at some level in 1997.
Damn, he's been around. That's so dope.
I then saw Fab drop his, and I believe that things change in 5-year intervals. I then saw Fab drop his debut album on September 11th when the World Trade Center fell and when Blueprint came out as a brand new artist. Times were different then. He did that successfully. He then stayed hot through the rise and fall of the Jersey era, right? He then found a way to stay hot when niggas thought all he could do was rap about bitches, and some say Drake kind of came and stole some of his talk about the bitches thunder. He then reinvented himself again and turned into a different Fab. So when I say Fab is the closest thing I've seen to LL Cool J today, I've seen Fab from when I first heard him to now go through a few different eras in hip-hop, because today the eras are moving a lot more rapidly than they did back then.
Well, you said 5 years. I say 2.
Yeah, today the eras change quickly. Everything is, microwave would be an understatement.
I'm just waiting for Trap to die.
So now what was I saying? Rest in peace, Phife Dawg. Well, what was I getting to before I just talk about that Fab shit? I don't remember. I didn't take drink water. I told you, sometimes I get too many thoughts. But the point is, that nigga's working on fucking 2 fucking projects. I don't have time for niggas don't have time. I almost don't have time to be a lyricist. You don't.
Too busy podcasting.
A lot of work. Still, I think I found a good way to walk a line. To walk the line. And again, and this has been a reoccurring topic on this podcast for quite some time, just the effect that the trend is having on some of the elder statesmen, not just in hip hop, with rappers and producers having to adjust to a certain sound or shift in sound or anything sonically, period. But again, journalists having to adjust to this new wave of
bullshit.
Anybody with a laptop and Wi-Fi being a journalist. Mm-hmm. You got to combat that. Like, times are changing like quickly. And again, I was having this talk with my father. I'm like, remember? Tell me what kind of phone did you have 10 years ago?
I had a StarTech.
What type of phone did you have 10 years ago?
Oh shit, a Flip.
Oh wait, 10 years ago it was 05, 06, a Nextel.
Yeah, Samsung Flip or something.
I had a Nextel.
I had the chirp.
10 years don't seem like that long ago, right?
No, that's crazy. That's the end of high school. Yeah, Nextel.
Phone do a lot of different shit now. Mm-hmm. I could see a lot of things being different in 10 years from now.
I can see a lot of shit being different a year from now.
Yeah, but in 10 years, I could just really see like some amazing. And I don't want to talk about it because I'm not going to start depressing people. It's important that you get out there and vote. I will say that. It's important that you get out there and vote. It's important that you get out there and vote. And I'm not even, it's fucking campaign time, so let me fucking plug. I've never been that guy my entire career, but it's important you get out there and vote. Now, do you guys have an answer to that question that I proposed earlier?
Is Drake going to speak after all that?
No, that wouldn't be. He's at his peak now.
Has he peaked?
Has he peaked? Has he peaked?
I agree with Roy's have to hear views.
With someone with such a great discography and for the past, when did Drake?
Yeah,
when is so far gone? 09?
But
09,
even you saying I have
7
to hear
years.
views lends credence to my argument
Right.
because it says
I have
he's
not
not.
been loving
It says he's not really going in with the momentum we're used to.
I totally, yeah, definitely.
But with someone with such a great past, you can't just put that to them that quick. Someone that has done that many great things, you still have to give them that benefit of the doubt until it's consistently becoming that way.
And he's so
Okay, you're
calculated.
talking to somebody who it's consistently been that way for a little while now.
But he's so calculated. Like, I feel like he might, like,
You're talking to somebody
He wants
who
these
very much
conversations.
like you. When I see Drake's name, I just download it. I don't bother listening to it because it's just fire. It's just fire already.
But you just said that we did
but
that
wait,
today.
time out. But you know that about me. So,
But you're still doing that.
time out. But you know that there's no hater in me, and I
know
have
that.
to say that to you because
No
these people
hateration.
listening, they don't know me.
Yeah.
It could sound like just light skin on light skin hate to an idiot, and it's important that this is not for idiots. So, with you knowing I'm that way, it's been that way with me for a while. I haven't rushed to download even today. I didn't buy that shit. I didn't buy it.
Well, you're also, and this isn't an age joke, you're 35. He's catering to the 20 to 28 era. And that's what's working right now. My timeline was only talking about that Drake shit. And that hasn't changed at all. So to say that he is completely peaked and you can't give him the benefit of the doubt that views may be great.
Whoa, I never said that this should be a memorandum on how views will sound.
Okay,
I'm
but to
talking
say-
about going into it.
For the masses, he still does. For you, maybe not. But the masses, yes.
Okay, Rory, that's what we're predicting. So, yeah, you're right. But we're predicting. Of course, to the masses today, he still does.
Well, no, you asked me if you think he's peaked.
I'm talking about musically. I don't care about what people are saying. I'm talking about, have we heard the best of Drake music from Drake?
In my opinion, no.
That's what I mean. I don't
but
care.
to the masses, he hasn't skipped a step. To me, yeah. But my personal opinion is not the majority. The majority is he has not skipped a step. Everyone immediately went to download that Drake shit.
I miss
Stop what they was doing.
I'm
tweeting about it right away, midway through the song.
Well, that's because he demands that. But that don't speak to the greatness or non-greatness of the song. Like, those are two different arguing points. Everybody stopping what they're doing and listening to the song, which we agree on, happens. That don't speak to whether the fucking song is amazing or not.
It is a good song. One Dance. But his single right now is Hotline Bling, which was the biggest record in the past few years. So you can't really say that he's peaked because he just put out a smash. While in the other little intricate freestyles, he may not be grabbing you.
Come on, Rory. You know what the detractors say about Drake and that Hotline Bling record, so it's not really even fair that you bring that up in this argument, because that lends to my argument, and I don't want to talk about that because I don't want to believe that yet, but we're getting more and more voices coming out.
I'm not talking about that, nor want to put that in this conversation.
See, I don't want to talk about it either, but when you talk about Hotline Bling, I have to talk about that. So I don't want to talk about Hotline Bling.
Me neither.
But you still can't take that out of the equation because it's a smash single. Like, it's huge.
Well, that's why
it's out of here.
Well, that's why off of this podcast,
and I can't say he's peaked because he just put out a huge record.
Well, that's why off of
that's a good record. Musically, it's a good record.
My response to that is going to be bad, which we just said we weren't going to talk about, and then you followed it with talking about it.
Well, who's to say with the one dance? You can say the shit with the same with the one dance. Just because people are coming out now, if we're going to go that route, then you could say that about his other smash singles way back when. That's why I didn't want to bring it in here, because there's no actual evidence.
But we're not talking about way back then. I'm only talking about from Take Care moving forward. That's all.
Well, you alluded that when The Weeknd left, that his sound changed.
It did.
And his momentum changed.
It did. It did.
So we are bringing that into the conversation then.
Oh, wait, what are we saying now?
Because we were saying that's his peak, right? And you were saying The Weeknd was heavily involved in that. And that is what you are saying is his peak is Take Care, which I do agree with you at this moment. That is the best thing he has put out.
Everybody should agree that Take Care is the peak.
So to say that you can put The Weeknd into the Take Care when you're saying when he's peaking, you can't then just not put it with Hotline Bling and say, oh, someone might have wrote it, so we can't put that in this conversation. Because you're putting The Weeknd into the Take Care peak that you just said.
I have to. All right, and I'm going to close with this, since you're making me do a timeline. All I'm telling you is this. I'm not saying that, since The Weeknd left, that nigga shit been crazy whack. I'm not saying that.
I don't think you are.
All right, what I'm saying is this. Take Care is peak Drake. At his finest, his best body of work as of today. The consensus would be. Mm-hmm. Right? Since then, I've heard Trapper Drake for a lot of years now. I've heard Dancehall Drake for a lot of years now. I've heard Drake on a Fetty wave. I've heard Drake on a I Love Kanonin, Kamomin, Machonin wave. I've heard Drake on a Tanashi wave. I've heard Drake on... I could tell you all of the waves that I have heard Drake on, and nothing really seeming to be quite like. Then you have the rumblings of the two Houston kids saying whatever they said. I don't know, because I didn't believe I don't believe that shit. So I paid no mind. I'm just telling you the rumblings that are in the air. We have Party tweeting that he had a project coming out fucking last year, and that project is still nowhere to be found. He's been quiet at the church mouse. We would have to assume he's working with Drake on Views, right? We have Party, who wrote the work record for Rihanna, so I could say that Drake knows that work record is about to be number one in advance, hence him running to the studio and making mad replicas of that record.
Of course.
So now, with all of that information in the can, and I'm saying this as a Drake fan, when I look back to the peak and I say, well, what happened then? What was going on back then? The only thing relative to it is, oh shit, The Weeknd left. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I don't have any inside information. And Drake is a fucking superstar now, so I'm not mad at niggas writing for him. He's reached that level for me. Like, I think that's what my problem is. It's like when you have somebody that you fucking love and only you know about, and then too many people know about. Yeah. I've never fallen victim to that. But now I feel like Drake is a dancehall superstar. He's a reggaeton superstar. I'm dead ass. This is the music that me, a day one Drake fan, has gotten. Reggaeton fucking Drake. I've gotten trapper fucking. I've gotten every Drake but the Drake I fell in love with. Why?
He's progressing in his career. Ye did the same thing. He just did it better. He progressed. He changed the sound.
Going with the times.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not suggesting it's better or worse, but that is what he's doing. He's progressing with the sound that is relevant now. While maybe it could have stayed relevant if he would have stayed to the Take Care, So Far Gone.
Drake created the sound now.
I'm not in his brain.
Don't do that, Rory. Don't do that. Me and you fucking cringed when we heard fucking Jay-Z doing a 2 Chainz flow. We cringed. So now don't come now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
How is he not progressing with the sound? The trap sound, Drake didn't invent the trap sound.
If you hear
I'm not agreeing with his moves. I'm telling you what he did. That's evidence. That's just pure there. I'm not saying it's good or bad or I agree with his moves or what he should have done or not. Trap was fucking relevant. He didn't need to do it, but he did it. That's why he did it.
Drake has created a whole genre a subgenre of music. The Drake that I'm talking about that I love. Not the wave chaser Drake. It's 2 different Drakes. And I don't want to ever refer to an MC and artist that great that way. It sickens me anytime we do it. When we say it's 2 different hoes, 2 different Cams, 2 different Waynes, 2 different
We're saying the same thing.
I hate it all.
We're saying the same thing. I'm just telling you what happened. He went with the sound that was relevant.
All right, but no.
I would have loved if he would have fucking took all the Majid Jordan shit, all the party sound, all fucking, all Bryson Tiller, and made Views from the Six like that, because that is the OVO sound. I would have preferred that, but he didn't do that. He did the trap shit and let them get that lane.
I forgot about that. Majid Jordan is in my earlier argument about all of this too, about waves, because that's important.
Waves or views?
No, about
waves and views.
Sorry, I thought you missed. Well, I think that was probably why their album was not as good.
And I do believe,
because I think they're working on views.
And you know what? And I'm saying all of this just to have content on a podcast, just because it's food for thought. If you're open-minded enough to just really look at the intricate inner workings of shit that's happening. But I do believe that people behind the scenes are angry with Drake. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it when he's saying those things that he's saying about executives or higher ups doing whatever the fuck they're doing. So, like, I understand his predicament. I do.
To piggyback off that, can we ask why Jay did 1 line on that record?
Namesake.
But why?
Because that's pretty monumental.
But why do it that way?
The 3 of them.
They're all intelligent. Why? It was like when they did Black Republican. I was like, why, Jay and Nas? Why?
You didn't like Black Republican?
I liked it, but of course I had the fucking dream.
Oh, yeah, come on.
I love Success. I love
Of
Success.
course we love Success.
Success is great.
Success is fucking Success. Black Republican kind of got a lukewarm reception.
Took like 4 minutes to just get a verse.
Yeah, and then
beat wasn't even that dope.
Then they took mad long bringing the beat in. Pardon me. Me as an MC, I do miss those days where the beats came in and rocked for mad long. Like on that record that we was just talking about.
Yeah.
What record was that?
Black Republican.
Black Republican, yeah. But the beat just rocked for mad long. Clapback, that's another one. When you know you just got a smoker of a beat.
Yeah.
And you just remember Clapback coming on.
I was tight on Life of Pablo on Famous when even Ye says Swiss said let the beat ride, and he let it ride for like a bar.
Yeah,
I was like, so what was it before Swiss said let the beat ride?
Yeah, when you let the beat ride, my nigga, you gotta let the beat ride. You just gotta let the beat ride. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right, am I missing anything? Am I missing anything? I want to put that argument to bed. I want to wish all of these brothers nothing but success, more success, because these people are already successful. But yeah, just food for thought if you're just watching the fucking war going on inside of music right now, the way that I am. So I have to ask these things. All right, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. No, not that I can think of. Anything else, Marty?
Is there anything exciting happening this week that I must talk about? Nah.
Doesn't really feel like it.
Easter was kind of muddy.
Easter. Oh, yeah.
That was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, a little bit late.
Yeah, we were in LA for Easter.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. We're going back to LA, right?
Yeah, man.
They announced the candidates for the XXL freshman cover like last week.
I don't care.
It's like 1,000 of them.
I don't care. I don't care.
Better wait till they narrow it
I
down.
don't.
Damn, they kind of lost credibility on that.
Yeah,
They used to be so great.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't know if that's Double XL's fault. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's anyone's fault. It just lost it.
You know, I understand. I understand the business aspect of things. It just sickens me because a lot of these up and coming kids, they call me for advice and they be really excited about getting some of these accolades, like the Double XL freshman cover. And because I know it's business and how it works, you know, it just puts me in an awkward predicament every single time. So I don't really care about that. I don't care. I don't care.
Me and Rory went to a bar on Sunday.
Let's quickly go through this. The squad is in trouble, man.
No, they're not.
You called it from jump.
No.
What happened?
Yo, Marty might be getting kicked out of the squad.
It's my squad. I can't stand this conversation.
She been kicked out the squad.
No.
So against my better judgment, we go to ringside. It's me, Marty, and Samira. Samira is part of the squad. I think by accident she's been on this podcast or yelling in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, have you ever seen the clip of Kelly Rowland saying, "I am the second lead vocalist of Destiny's Child," and Beyonce coughs and then gives her a side eye?
Yes.
I am asking the history of the squad to Samira. I said, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought you knew Marty from childhood." She says,
I said, no, I only knew Samira for a year.
"Yeah, I only knew Samira for a year." I said, "Oh, it's crazy. How'd you get into the squad?" She said, "Well, me and Danielle are best friends." And then Marty, corner of my right eye, throws the side eye right at her. And I'm left speechless.
It really wasn't a side eye.
It was.
There's nothing to it.
It was 1,000% a
They
side
are
eye.
best friends. Me and Danielle are best friends.
Yeah, you threw
We
the
all hang
side
out
eye, Marty.
together.
But I told you there's some weird synergy going on.
There's
in
never
the- in
weird
the squad.
synergy. I don't go out much.
Are we seeing the demise of the squad before our very
You
eyes?
guys are the most annoying fucking people in the world. I don't go out much, period. That's it. They go out a lot. I don't like doing the shit that they do 90% of the time.
Your tone is way too aggressive.
Because you guys keep saying this to me, and I keep
So
telling
that's
you.
why your tone's aggressive.
Yes.
So clearly the aggressive tone's not changing anything. But still, your tone remains aggressive. That's phenomenal.
Oh, well, Marty got me a PBA card out of it.
Oh, yeah, I was flirting with some cop, and he gave him a PBA card. Thanks, cop.
And that's all your flirting is good for.
He
That's
bought me
pretty good. I'm
he
not
bought me
mad
2
at it.
drinks, and he gave Rory a PBA card.
PBA cards don't hold the same weight that they used to.
No, they don't.
Pull that
They
shit out
really,
now.
really don't. I feel like they just
Lock you
printing them
out.
shit and giving them out. Like,
yeah. Back in the day, you
Them
had
shits
one of them
don't work
shits,
at
you
all.
was good out the gym. Not now, boy. Be careful out there. It's rough.
before they used to be like, all right, who you related to? Like they'd care. Now they just look at your license and run your shit. And
I never used
lock
that.
you
I
up.
got like a laminated thing from my dad's trooper friend.
Hi, Vanessa, since I know you're listening. I just don't say hi to people you know listening. Yo, so, damn, that would be so bad.
Hey, Cleveland.
But listen, shut the fuck up, Marisa.
I'm saying hi to people. No.
Yo, so I'm having a conversation with a older woman who shall remain anonymous via text, and I'm having to answer for all of the embarrassing things that have ever occurred in my life, like my Love and Hip Hop vest,
She been killing you?
dating Kaylin and Tahiri.
Not embarrassing. Shout out to them. They're good people.
It's embarrassing when you're speaking to people your age. when I'm not
Tahiri
speaking
was a
to,
real
when I'm not speaking to children. It's embarrassing.
That was
I'm
love.
having-
Love was never embarrassing. It was you guys are dicks. It was beautiful while it was good.
Embarrassing thing.
Well, embarrassing adjacent. It's something in that ballpark.
There's
They are both
embarrassing
very
behavior.
good women. There's nothing embarrassing about having been in love with them at that one time. Yeah, it wasn't right for you. It didn't work out, but there's something wrong with it. They're good people, and it was good for what it was.
No, you're wrong.
was good TV.
I get that you're a little younger as well, but you're wrong. When you're speaking to 40-year-olds, a 35-year-old putting its dick in a 20-year-old is creepy.
I mean, it is creepy. It always
So
was. But
we don't have to defend it.
there's something creepy about
Well, you
you
weren't
and Tahiri,
35
though.
then. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to help you out here. Even though you
30.
were. Yeah, still. But you weren't 35.
No,
Trying to help you as a friend, man.
Let's see.
33.
30. No, 32.
All of it is next. My point still stands. So, I mean, what I'm saying is nothing for you and I to argue about. I get your point. I'm not saying that these people are bad people.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about how it's viewed.
Your behavior, maybe.
How it's viewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
I
Me.
thought older women
Yeah.
loved denim. She wasn't into your vest?
No.
It was a nice fest, man.
No, this
People,
it was
people,
trash.
you know, it's just a joke. People really liked it,
Nah,
man.
this bitch got a lot of jokes.
She been killing you?
I'm off it, man. I'm getting my ass kicked in this fucking. Oh, and I am about to piss Vanessa off because Vanessa gonna hear some of this podcast and think something else is going on, and then there's something else gonna be happening.
And then she's gonna block me.
Yeah, well, you should be blocked already still.
No, she didn't block me. We're friends now.
Oh, she did?
Why do people do that? They always
We
block the
tweet.
people that are your friends.
Yeah, you know what I realized about Vanessa, and we're gonna get out of here after this, but this is what I realized about Vanessa, or this is what Vanessa helped me realize about me. I love crazy.
You just realized that?
I love crazy. I love it. It's kind of entertaining. Like, it's kind of dope a little bit if it can be controlled.
You're fucking nuts. You're crazy, and that's why you love crazy.
Well, if I am, I wouldn't know it because they say crazy people don't know.
Yo, next time you rap, just hit playback and listen to yourself.
Valid.
Shouldn't have taken you this long.
Sleeper song of the week.
Oh, well, I just finished hitting playback on the Joe, and all I heard was, Uncle Joe, it's Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe ain't sound too washed out there.
Gross.
Shut up, Marisa. All right, our sleeper songs of the week. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Let me know when you're done.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit, she's called. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit, I don't want to call Johnny
You're
Barstay.
fucking
Dun, 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 boom, boom, boom.
Mine's kind of slow. I don't know if I want to play.
Okay,
It might kill the
anyhow.
vibe.
So Joe and Rory, you guys should have heard of this song. This is for Ty Dolla $ign newer fans that don't know about his older work. That's super fucking dope. And this is honestly my favorite song ever made by Ty Dolla $ign. We're gonna hear you on. We hear you.
I just was talking.
Okay, well, we're gonna
about
play
you
over
on
him,
my
okay?
podcast. Yes. That much is
I'ma roll up this J, pour us a drink. Drop back and stupid, you know why I can't. You know why I can't. You know why I can't. Stop back and stupid, you know why I can't. Baby, you know
I don't think that's
can't. Came for one thing.
I don't think
Make me wait too long, no.
Baby, we've been talking on the
shit.
phone,
Let me
texting.
not do this next.
Now we're here
I
in
shouldn't have
person.
to answer for.
So that's Ty Dolla $ign Know Why I Came. It's on his first Beach House 1.
I like Beach House 1.
And yeah, that's my favorite of the two. He said his next album's gonna be called Beach House 3, by the way, which would be amazing because that series was super dope. But yeah, Ty Dolla $ign Know Why.
Why is that first of all, why is that a sleeper?
Because
that's a joint.
That is a motherfucking joint.
That's
and
fucking
these kids,
King Dollar Sign.
these new fans
Prince Dollar Sign, Prince
don't know
Dollar Sign.
anything about this. They know fucking Orna and Blase
No.
Blase. Yeah, it's really sad. You didn't know about it until a couple months ago. So let's start
Well,
there.
I knew about it, James.
You know anything about it.
Monty making fucking Beach House 1 sound like it came out in 94.
Came out in 2012.
These young kids,
Yeah,
they don't even know his old stuff.
Let's see. Who do I want to go with this week? Did Rory do one yet?
Yeah, but make my transition easier. Because mine is not going to transition well from that Ty Dolla $ign
I'm
shit.
not playing a record. I don't do all that fucking play a record shit.
You have before, no? Play
No,
a
I
record.
didn't.
Just do it.
I gotta find a record.
Stop raging against the machine.
Because
Hey.
now I have to take my phone case off the phone.
Oh my
Like,
God.
It
So
just
much
becomes
work.
a big production.
With thumbs like that, I
knocked out
understand.
over there.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Super
probably.
knocked out.
Now that I'm doing this, this adds mad fucking pressure, man.
It is mad pressure.
Oh, you know what? Is it possible?
We're totally going to resent you if this shit sucks.
Is it possible to do a Justin Bieber sleeper song? Is that even
Does that even exist? Unless he made it in like 08.
You know what, man? I'm going commercial, man. Fuck it. Since y'all put me on the spot.
Selling out.
At least I have integrity with this series.
No, I changed my mind. Oh, talk to him, Chris. What happened? That nigga, oh man. Look at the hook go. Hey. All right. All right.
You know him and yeah,
That's a
you do
joint.
know.
That nigga Chris is talented, man.
All right, well, this will be